Hello and welcome back to Parkitect. We are here in Batavia, K. I don't know if that's going right, but let's take a look here and see what's going on. We have a lonely island steeped in legends. The previous owner built a dueling coaster here, but not much else. Finished what they started and turned this mysterious island into a tourist attraction. If we take a look here, we have to have experience rating of 80%, have at least 1,000 guests in the park, and optional of $5,000 per month in operating budget. And we need to complete all of that by end of July of year 3. Okay, so that's interesting. There's nothing on there that says we have to hold it for a month, I don't think. But usually the experiences we do need to do. So let's take a look at our park here. So we got a cool little pirate ship. That's nice. We have our first guest who wants to come in. We have, look at this coaster. All right, so let's take a look. I've not seen anything like this yet. We have at least 3 trains running. Let's take a look here. So Blue Evil is very high excitement, minute and 30 seconds. Its maximum profit is that. I think we can make that a little better here. And let's see how many trains we are running. Oh, we could actually run 4, but we're running 3 right now. $8 for, what was the excitement? We can pump that up a little bit. So we're going to bring that up to 10. On the other side here, we have Red Evil. Bring that one up to 10 as well. Taking a look. Ooh, that's an extreme. We could charge more. We're not going to. But let's just take a look at this coaster here. So it goes up, goes through. Ooh, that's kind of cool. They splice over, interlocking corkscrews there, come up, pop back down. There's nothing special with that. There's a lot of space in this coaster. Then they both enter these giant helixes there. And then if we go underground, they hit a brake run, another brake run, and then somehow, look at this. They have a giant lift hill that's super steep just to get back up to the station. Okay. It's all hidden by this nice little building here. Looking around the park itself, we have a lot of space. This is a really big park. One of the problems with big parks is that it's hard to fill them properly to get everything in there. Like this pathing system is a hot mess as far as I'm concerned. What I think I'm going to do is I'm going to close off from here all the way around back to like this area, and we'll focus our initial build in this spot. And then as we get a little bit more under our wings, we can expand. We'll probably put some food stuff along somewhere in there. Another food area maybe back here, or definitely back there once we open that up and go. But before we can do any of that, let's take a look at our rides. Carousel, bumper cars. Okay, so that's a solid selection of our comm rides. Thrill rides, we don't have anything high intensity in there. I was really hoping to see an Enterprise because that's just an easy win right out of the gate. Coasters are kind of lacking as well. No transportation, and we have a log flume and some paddle boats. Okay, what's the intensity on these? Medium. Okay, so we don't have any high intensity rides to kind of get us started here. Let's start off by just closing off our lines here. I think we're going to put it like that, and that's going to be no entry for guests, so they can go up to that point, because I'm going to put some food, I think, in there just to hide those and make it nice and easy to take care of. And then this area over here, that's also going to be closed for guest. Okay, so we have our base set up there. Let's take a look. What does our pathing system look like in here? These are not very long lines for the capacity that these rides have. That's a little bit of a problem. That's nothing that we can't solve, but it's just a little strange to have such small lines for such a large capacity ride. All right, let's see what we want to do here. All right, I don't like these little zigzaggy things. I think it's just overly complicated. Oh, I also should probably look at shops here. Oh man, we got a lot of stuff in this park. We should really be able to do some really cool things here very quickly. I'm going to drop in our first item, which is going to be just a really simple kiosk there. I'm going to bring this over, and then we'll bring that up. Do the same thing here and there, and then we can get rid of some of this extra mess that's there. All right, I just don't want the paths to be so complicated that they're like hard to figure out, because those zigzag paths I'm just not a big fan of how they look, what they are, or how they really function inside the park. I think they take away a lot of the flow, should I say, of what it is. So we'll go in, put those there. I know they don't match the rest of it. I don't care right now. All right, so that's at least a much cleaner opening to the park. We'll do something similar here, have it come over and up, and then we can start looking at rides and such and see what we actually want to begin building here. So get rid of those two. That's fine. This can come across. And then we can have these guys built in there like so. And I'm not going to super worry about making sure that's all solid right now because it's not that important for us. But we do need to make sure we have our food area set up. So our first one here, we'll have a hot dog stand. I know. Why can't I remove? I just want to remove just that piece. I can't do that? Okay. Awesome. Can I remove that? Okay, so I can do stuff there and there. So that means this guy is going to actually get picked up. I'm going to get put right along that line right here. And then we'll put in our stuff there. So let's get rid of these little bits. Some of them we apparently can't remove. Other ones we can. Whatever. We do need to have our pathway here so that our workers can get onto where we need to be. And then we have this area. So we can have up to 4 food stands there without really any true problems. So we'll do soft drinks. We'll have burgers, because who doesn't like a good burger at an amusement park? Do balloons. And let's throw in some toilets there as well. So then we're going to throw these guys into a quick building. So we'll get our, I don't even know what type of walls we have here. Probably our kind of typical collection. Yeah, for the most part, we have some other stuff here that we can play with. Let's see. If we wanted to play with those, what does that look like? So if we go with a lighter brown, let's go in there and pick that color. And we're going to have that exist out this way. All right. So I have that. We'll do something like that. And that one just close off our openings there. All right. And then as far as those go, we can get a slightly sloped up roof. And then we can turn that around there. So it'll be a little out of scale, but that's okay. All right, happy with that. Now we just need to get our roof in there. We'll get it in here. All right, that's cool. As far as a border goes, get some basic border set up here. And it should just try to tie the two places that we have together. So we have two kind of independent buildings here. It hopefully will tie them together just a little bit once I find the right piece. There we go. There we go. It's not perfect, but it's not terrible either. It kind of ties things together. They look like they belong. We're going to hire our first person here, which will be a hauler. We'll put you in there, and we're also going to assign a zone for that. And that's going to be zone 2. Where's zone 1 at? Oh, we have zone 1. Okay. That's just for our maintenance guy. Okay. Not a big deal. And then our hauler is going to be assigned to zone number 2. We do have a hauler there for zone 1. What are you selling over there? We have toilets, okay. Why is there a hauler assigned to that? Take a look here at shops. Oh, we do have some stores over here. Is there... Alright, let's see if there's an underground... Oh, awesome. Okay. So they're already selling stuff there, which is great. It's already hooked into a big system going through here, which means that if we need to like kind of just pop open another building there, we already have a lot of the infrastructure set up, which is really cool. Didn't know that was there. That makes me happy. So let's go in here. The double Ferris wheel is slightly more exciting. It costs $100 more, but we'll go with that. So stick that over here. The line coming out. And as far as the line goes, I think we're just gonna stick with something that looks very simple, very easy. We'll open that one up. I'm not going crazy with everything quite yet, just because I gotta get a feel of what this park looks like, feels like, has the weather or temperament for. Because I'm not really sure yet. So we'll put on our wave swinger here, or our wipeout. That's also going, nope. There we go. All right. Gonna be a big old line. And $3 for you. We'll open that up. I think we're gonna put an info kiosk in there, or something that doesn't require us to run stuff to it. Maybe a cash machine will work in there. And then we can go in and build some walls around it, making sure that it fits everything nice and easy in there. We're gonna go with this metal roofing, or metal kind of structures in there, because I feel like this is, if this is kind of like an island looking place, it should have some protection from the weather. And these kind of walls get a little bit more of a feeling of being protected. Now I know we don't actually see any of that, but I want it to be there just in case. We'll hide the rest of that, and then we can go in and we'll outline this whole bad boy. Alright, so that looks nice and good. While I'm doing this, my question that I'm not sure the answer to right now is, what is the next step on what we want to build here? Are we going to go with something that is relatively easy to do? Something like, let me rephrase that. Do I want to spend time working on something that's going to, research-wise, do I want to go coaster? Because we don't have any high-intensity rides right now. Or do I want to go a thrill ride and hope that it's high-intensity? Because coasters, at least I can be the one that does that. But with thrill rides, I can't guarantee that I'm going to get something that does exactly what I want from it. So I'm not sure which way I want to go with that quite yet. I guess we'll have to approach that here in just a moment or two, once we finish building up our walls and all of that for this stuff. So let's take a look here and see what else we have. And I think this is going to be, so again, this is kind of feels a little tropical to me. If you take a look at all the buildings, they have that big airy kind of feeling to them. They're kind of a little more out there than your typical stuff. So to me, that tells me that it's a little bit more of a tropical-based park. And because of that, we can spend a little time making this big, open, airy kind of thing. Because if it's tropical, there's a chance there's some hurricanes or storms that blow in on a fairly regular basis. And I want to kind of make sure that our thing doesn't get blown away or taken advantage of here. So we're gonna definitely put in roofing stuff here that kind of matches the theme of the park itself, or at least feels like it belongs, but also looks like there's some solid structure to it. Like this doesn't look like it's going to blow away. At least I don't think it is with the park itself. So we'll just go in here. We'll establish the rest of these areas here. It's a little bit barn looking, a little less tropical looking. If I wanted to, I could put some little shrubs or something on there to kind of give it a nicer look and feel. But I kind of dig how this looks. You have a line that's open to the park. It's breezy, easy to go through. And then the ride runs and it's breezy through there as well. I kind of dig it. I like how that looks. It's not, again, I'm not a magic builder when it comes to a lot of this stuff. But I like the general idea of what this is. So the carousel, well, you have to have a carousel right at the front of the park, it seems like. That's just Amusement Parks 101. So we'll follow along with that. Luckily, we don't have to do a whole lot of extra nice stuff with it. It's just gonna, carousels just kind of work like that. So we can open that up. And then we spent about $8,000. So we have our food area over here. There's another one in the back of the park. I have a feeling we're gonna have to dump another one somewhere over here. But we're doing okay so far. All right, let's take a look here and see what else we have. All right, I think research-wise, we're going to go with a thrill ride. We're going to spend some money on that. Wild mouse rides, like you can get a high-intensity one pretty easily if you throw stuff in there. Like this guy here, that's low, really? Okay. Let's see, can we build one in this small little area here? Or do I want to try to build something over here? We definitely can. Should we? Why not? Let's go in and take a look here and see the space that we have to work with. So if I bring it out this way, I have a lot more space, which I think I'm going to take advantage of. So we'll do that. That's going to turn and immediately start heading up. And I think I actually want that to be a slightly steeper drop. There we go. And we'll do our normal block breaks, followed by a nice drop. And I don't know really what I'm doing here. Just trying to build something that maybe will work for this type of ride. I didn't build this going out very far, so it's really compact, which I kind of like in this type of ride. Not a fan of that part though, so let's see here. Do something like that. Bring it down here. That one definitely is going to have to trim because it's going to go into the station next here. So we have that, another block, a station, and then straight in. So let's just take a look and see if I increase the speed of the lift hill. Does that change our calculus at all? Let's find out. So nothing here is super, super intense. It's a pretty typical wild mouse. I suppose I could get rid of some of those curved turns there to make it slightly more intense. I could probably put a bunny hop or something in there too. I'm right on the edge of being where I want to be with this ride. So I think what I'm going to do is it's going to go in here, but it's going to be less tight than what it was before. And let's see here. So if we do that, we'll also bring this down so it's flattened out. You get some nice some lateral G's there at the end. Bring it up, bring it down. Whew. Okay, I don't like any of that. Let's see. Okay, so I think what we're going to do here is we're going to continue it going around like this. All right, let's bring that around there. We'll tighten that up a whole bunch. Oh yeah. Okay, here we go. Then it's going to just whip around like that. Leave it in there like so. We will trim that one no matter what. Actually, you can bring that down one and finish it off there. Can I? No. Okay. So let's go back here. We'll just leave that as is. And we'll see what that does. It's going to cost $8 for right now. We'll wait to see what our new results are. We're at 59.9. It just needs to jump up to... I don't understand why the excitement can be in the 40s and be high, but the intensity can be almost 60 and be medium still. So let's just take a look at a new test run here, see how it's going, and then hopefully it will do what it's supposed to do and we'll be in good shape here. Wow, it really whips around at the end there. There we go. Of course it's ultra extreme. All right, I knew it was going to happen. All right, so we need to fix that. That can't happen. That's too much. All right, so we'll do something like that. We'll bring it out here like so. Alright, so if that doesn't drop, then we can have this side drop. Let's have that be straight too. And then this one can drop. Okay, I think we're just gonna end the ride pretty much right here. So we'll have it come in like that. Flatten out into there. It'll break. And then here, it's going to trim no matter what to 10. So let's take a look. It's waiting new results here. We'll see what it does. And hopefully we have a high intensity ride that will quickly just eat up some stats for us and satisfy the people who are wanting the extremely intense rides. So we're just waiting at this point for that to make its loop through. And then we can see exactly where it's at. One thing I don't do in this game at all is put in on-ride photos. I don't know why. I don't like the on-ride photo setup in this game where you have to kind of choose the different angles. I don't know what it means. I don't know if it matters if you put in one or multiples, if that's better or not. So if you know, let me know, because I do not understand it and I want it to be a little bit better. So it's extreme. It's still too much. It's this turn right here is just whipping people too much. So let's see if we can. All right, so let's bring that down just a little bit less. And we'll put a little curve on that. All right, so it's going to look like that now. I really don't want to make a tunnel, but it looks like we're going to have a tunnel here. And then we're going to curve that back around. Actually, let's just keep having that be full. We're just going to have that turn all the way through that area. So can I have that come out? 1 and 2. There we go. Nice block break, followed by a straight section, another block break that we are absolutely going to use, and then another block break. I really don't like this tunnel aspect, but maybe it'll increase the excitement, because our excitement actually went down because it's too intense. So let's take a look here. Drop, turn, goes into this crazy little loop area here, comes out and into brakes. And let's take a look here. We have outdated values. We will see what it's doing here as it goes through one more. And after this, we're just going to return back to something more basic here. But hopefully this little change in that spiral is enough to have a change here. I also don't like that the tunnel there is causing us problems, but that's okay. There we go. Medium intensity, whatever. It's actually less intense now than what it was before. Cool, whatever. We're going to open that one up. I know it doesn't have paths. Give me a second. And we're not going to do anything fancy with the queue there. It's going to be a pretty basic setup. As far as this stuff goes, I think we're just going to go with a white building. That'll be kind of buried in there. And let's see. We'll do that. So there's going to be this little building there. I could put a restroom or something there. I'm not going to worry about that quite yet because actually it's not a bad idea to put a restroom right in there. So we'll get that set right in there. Put a wall behind that. And then what do we want to do there? If we do borders, do borders going all the way around like so. And then we'll get some pillars. Not pavilions, pillars. And we'll get those locked onto the corners there. Do the same thing over here. There we go. And then for those guys, we can throw in some, let's see, what do we want to do? Roofing wise, I think we're going to put on some of these. And let's see, those are going to be glass, I think. All right, and then for the other part, roofing wise, I think we're just going to do something very basic that looks like that, followed with just a flat section of roof over top of here. Something nobody will ever see, and that works for that. All right. So we kind of have this sprawling park. This area here in this whole back area is closed to the public right now. They have to go up here and then they can kind of focus in on the other stuff. So we just need to add on some, this is a big park. I'm a little worried about how much space we have in this park to fill with everything. So I'm just going to do my thing. And just quickly throw in some of these so that we have them in there. Two. Now, hopefully we'll get a little more established here shortly and we will have stuff for everybody, but we need some high intensity rides in this park still, I know that. All right, and don't have a whole lot we need to do for most of this stuff. And then we'll go back in here and I think these trash cans will look nice. And again, there's no real rhyme or reason for why I do what I do here. It's just what I like. So get off my back. It's okay. It's just what I like to do when I build amusement parks. Okay, so we have that. Last thing we need is some lighting. I think these will look fine. They're not exactly on brand, but it's okay. And there are a few areas I missed with benches that we can come back and address later. They're not super big deal right now. I really want to get this park opened up so that we can start seeing what our guests like or dislike with our given buildings here. All right, we have that stuff. We have all of that. Just our last little round of work here. I really like to make sure there's benches, especially at the beginning of the park. It just seems like if you miss that, it's kind of a missed opportunity for the park overall. So we have all of that. That looks good. We're going to add in some quick fencing here, especially near this area. So if we take a look, you can walk right up to that. That's a no-go. That can't happen. So I'm just going to add some fencing to that area. And the rest of it I'm pretty happy with here. We do need to decorate a lot of this stuff with some foliage and all that. But we can go ahead and play the game and see where we're at once we get a little bit more going here. Oh, I also need to hire more people. So we have our haulers. We need definitely more staff. I'm gonna hire a couple of these guys here. Just make sure that we're in good shape with all of them. And then we need at least one more mechanic. Okay. I probably should theme this one here. I don't know what the one. We're just gonna go with this. And we're just gonna make it a little taller so that the information thing's not sticking through. And then as far as roofs go, it's just gonna be the most basic roof because it doesn't matter, they can't see it. We will put some little details on there though. So like we'll have a little overhang there. That will look nice. We're good with that. Let's see, what else should we do? Plant-wise, I don't know if I really want to do planters. That doesn't seem like something that's necessary in this park. Oh, fern. We can add some ferns. Seems like a place that would have ferns, a little tropical island. So we'll throw some of that stuff down in the front of the park. I don't understand the people who come into an amusement park and you know what I'm going to do right when I get into the amusement park? Sit on the bench. What are you doing? Go do something else. There's no reason to immediately have to sit. Unless the boat ride or the whatever you went on was just forever long, there is no good reason to have to do that. But at least we have people flowing into the park so far, which is a good thing. We really want to make sure their enjoyment rating goes up, especially at the front of the park here, because if they come in and they're all like immediately being able to increase some of their feelings of the park, that's only good for us. So let's take a look and see. And I like these bushes just because they take up a ton of space without really costing very much and not having to do too much there. This area over here is kind of dumb. The balloons stick up through. I forgot about that. That's fine. We do need some pops of color in here, but I'm not super worried about all of that quite yet. We are getting people on these rides. They want to go on Wild Mouse. Their satisfaction's not super high yet, but that's okay. We don't have anybody getting hit by the brakes, so this one's clear. This one's clear. Just make sure this one clears that way before it gets to the next one. Which it does. It's close, but it does it. And we're good. And we have some guests already on our dueling coasters here. So this is fantastic. We are drawing people in. We are hopefully going to be making some money. Let's speed things up a little bit and just see where we're at with all of this so far. So experience rating is 50. We need 1,000 guests, which we should be able to do. And we'll have an operating profit here shortly once we actually go through a whole month of the game. We could put in a little family coaster here. I don't think it's necessary, but we could do something. I think we're going to need to put in another ride of some type over here. This would be a cool little area, I think, for a pirate ship. So go in and put that there. We have that set up, and then we can build our queue here. It's a pretty substantial queue for what this ride is, but that's okay. Where we got pavilions? Yeah. We'll do something like that. And then as far as plants go, we have our ivy here. We'll just kind of have this look like it's growing up the side of that. I think that would look kind of neat. So do something like that, and then there is an ivy box, I thought, here. Yeah, there we go. Oh, that looks even better if we just do that. We can open that up. And that's cool, coming down the main pathway here. You just have the pirate ship flying out over top of you, or sort of looking like it's flying out over top of you. We at least have 2 indoor rides, so we have 1 and 2. This one, oddly enough, does not get shut down by thunderstorms, but most of our other rides will get shut down, which is fine. We're not boarding anybody else at this point. We're just getting those dispatched so we can leave. I don't know if those are part of the lift hill there, or if those are something different. I'm not sure. We'll have to investigate that later. It's not important for us right now. Let's speed the game up here and try to get past this storm. But that's a good indication that we're going to have some stuff that we need to do. The topple tower, I think that's high intensity, I hope. And I guess we're not on a tropical island. It's 44 degrees out when it's thunderstorming. That's a little chilly. We can see there's life in this park. If we just look at the very basic parts, we do have a little life. The park does look relatively nice, I think. And we're attracting guests to go on to, especially our big rides. We have people going out and going on our rides. So I think one of the things I still want to do here is build some type of log flume. Maybe have a station somewhere out here, have it dive down and kind of go through this mountain structure and then come back in. I think that would look kind of nice. But we need some cash before we can do anything super fun like that to get those going. I like the idea of these, that these can be going while everything else is here. I'd really, really like the rain to stop. Even though the coasters are open and doing their things, it's not something that we want to do while we're there. Hey, we do have high intensity. Look at that. High. It's high. It went back to medium. I don't understand why the stuff changes based on... I don't understand. But we do have... Oh, that completely stopped there for the rain. See, like, this could have just continued down. We could have got all of the trains in the brake runs and such there, but that's fine. So we're doing good. We're going to speed again this up a little bit because we're spending lots of time here doing stuff, and we want to make sure we get our rides out of all this. So we have our topple tower. I'm going to bring the speed back down here. Go into our topple tower. It's a medium as well. That's a big ride. I always forget how massive these things are. This area over here would be cool for one, but I'm not going to build that there quite yet because I think I really do want to do a I think a log flume would be kind of cool to be just in this area, but there could be some coaster interactions that could happen in there too. So let's take a look further out. We have a large area over here, which would be cool. Alright, I think we're going to start planning out a little farther out here. What are you guys doing now? You don't need to be out here. Don't worry about it. It's okay. You don't need to be out there. What we do need, though, is we do need to put on a staff house. I forgot to do that. So before we do anything else, we will get this removed and get a staff house put in. And then we can go in and properly hide it away from the guest. And again, that's going to be, I think, just a really little area like so. And then we'll go over into roofs. And this is a terrible design. Don't do this water's going to run off of here and go into this. Unless you have like a drain there, it doesn't make any sense whatsoever, but it's okay for what we're doing right now. Alright, so we have that. This area is begging for a ride. This area is begging for a ride. We could flatten this little hill out here and do something. So let's go in. That was only 30. I love how inexpensive land management is here in this game. It's so expensive in Roller Coaster Tycoon. In here, it's like, oh, you want to do stuff? There, change that hill, 60 cents. Have at it. Alright, so let's see. If we do this... we'll do something like that. And then we'll figure out the rest of this path later. But we'll do that. Yo, homie. Go to the staff house. Can you sit down? There you go. There you go. Good job, dude. Alright. I think I'm just going to start removing all of this stuff because I don't necessarily want this pathway here. And I think it's going to present us problems like this knucklehead who's just happily wandering around where there's nobody no chance at anybody because we've closed that area of the park to our fellow guest. So I'm just going to remove the parts we don't need. And... there we go. That will be opened up again at some point because this is screaming for just a pathway to come through there and connect back. But for right now, that does not need to happen. We are going to build our topple tower in here. So we'll do that. This can go away. And then we've built on 1, 2, 3. Alright, that's all well and good. We have that. We are spending money on another thrill ride, hoping that we get something that's high intensity. But this area over here, we're going to build out some stuff. So we'll have our topple tower over here. Topple towers can fit an enormous amount of people. So we can work with that a bit. Looks like it's getting ready to rain at our park, which is a bummer. But we'll go and do that. Get that one opened. And then I think this area over here, somewhere over here, requires some bumper cars. So we'll go and do something like that, I think. Will look real nice. And just kind of cool that it's sitting out there over the water. Oh yeah, we're rocking and rolling here. And then let's get our trees back. So you can see there's lots of people starting to pop up in this area of the park. We have a few rides, but nothing crazy. I think we're going to build a little family coaster that interacts in this area once we generate some more cash. We are almost halfway to our goal as far as people go. Let's take a look at our other goals as we're looking here. Experience rating 71%, so it's there. Our operating budget's way down, but that's okay. It only takes a little bit of time to really generate a lot more cash in this game. These rides here are going to generate a tremendous amount for us. Yeah, we're in good shape with all of that. So we're going to speed this up again here. Sorry, we're already sped up all the way. Let's go take a look at our loans area here and see what we have. I think a $5,000 loan is going to be more than enough to build that coaster, but for double the price, We're going to take out this one, and then we'll repay whatever we use up there. But I think we're going to go in, build a nice little family coaster here. Do something like this. Let's see, so we went up to 8.5. Not trying to go too crazy with this design, just keeping it nice and simple. I also don't want to take up a ton of room with this ride. I want this to be kind of a easy out and back style coaster that doesn't break the bank. So I'm not a fan of that. So let's see, can we shorten this up? We don't want to do the steep one there, but we can shorten that up. And then we'll do something like that. I think we'll be fine. And this is going to be a little interesting of an area here. So I'll bring that in there. That's right over top, yeah. Okay. If I build it straight, does it work? Oh, it does. Beautiful. Okay. Let's go straight one more spot here. Then we should be able to have that turn in. Like so. And then it's going to be a block break section that's definitely going to trim no matter what. There we go. Okay. So let's take a look and see what this one does. It's a pretty big ride for not having a lot of stuff going on with it. But that's okay. We're going to open that up. We're just going to leave it called Junior Coaster. Turn back on our stuff there. And the ride line itself is not going to be particularly massive, but it should fit with what we need. Then we can put a building around it. Okay. So, sometimes I don't talk because I get all up in my thoughts on what I want to do with the ride, and I apologize, but hopefully this ride will work out for us. And go something that looks at least a little bit nice. Alright, so we have that. I think this is going to get a curved roof. And then we need our half walls. So we got that. Pick the same color as that. And while we're on this, this is my first time playing on this computer, Parkitect. I got a new computer, or I built a new computer, should I say, and Parkitect is running really nicely on it. I need to adjust some of the sound settings and such, so that they're not quite as loud as they are right now, but that's something we can deal with down the road. It's not too big a deal right now. So walls here, we need some walls. Under fences. I want to put basically like something in here to separate these out. Okay, that's fine. That'll separate us out for that part. How long is this ride? 47 seconds. So our number of guests is definitely popping up. Our income has gone up a lot as well. We're at 1,500, so that's good. We're making money. The rain is not helping us, but we're in May year 1, and we're doing a good job here so far. Our experience rating has continued to slowly creep up, which is what I want. And we're doing an alright job of everything here, I think, so far. We could put a teacups ride in here if we want it. With a building, I think we're going to do that. So we'll do something like that. We have a lot of rides on this hill all of a sudden. That's okay. And let's see, what kind of stuff do we want to put? Teacups. Kind of screams more classic ride to me. So we're going to do something like this, I think. Roofing wise, what do we have that's cool? Okay, we have one of these. And then we can throw this on here like so. Star shape. Okay, we need some coasters here. So let's change out this to coasters. And what is the star shape again? Oh yeah, that's a fun one. What are our guests thinking here? Okay, they're happy overall, it seems like. We are filling up all these little spaces with rides. So the star shape, that's a big ride. That might be cool back here, but I don't know if it's going to work with our current setup here. So take a look. What are people thinking about this ride? Yeah, I know it's a good deal. $3. Whoa! Look at all the stats. It just shot up here. So that's going to cost $5. I don't know why the stats here, unless I had something else opened up. But that's still good. Go through and do that. We're going to have to get some decoration out here. So under plants. I don't know why those are black. I struggle with colors in this game more than any person should. I don't know why this game does not like me when it comes to that stuff. But usually I play this on a Mac, and now I'm playing it on Windows, so at least it's not an operating system thing. It's just a me thing, which maybe is better? I don't know. Just go in and just fill in some of this stuff. Make it look a little better than what it might have otherwise. I always think this is tropical. It's not. Like, it's in the 70s at this park. It's a nice park. It's a nice day, but like, you wouldn't call this a tropical day by any means. Alright, so we have those. Throw in some of this other stuff. Make it look nice. Or as nice as I know how to make things look. And really, I'm doing this to kind of cheat and to artificially increase my experience rating, because good decoration makes people happier. See? Just as I said, it's like I timed it out and knew what was going to happen. I didn't. I record these live. I don't really edit them. I just kind of throw them up, and what happened is what you see. Unless my recorder crashes for some reason, you get the exact outputs of everything. So yeah, you can see that just a little bit of throwing some extra stuff in here does just enough to bring the ratings up to where you might want them, especially for this park where it's required to go up there. Let's go and take a look at our trees here. So let's say trying to grow some pops of color. There we go. I think that looks nice. We have some nice pathways set up there. Everything's looking all well and good. Our coasters are rolling through with people. We can see that we're lining them up nice and big there. We're halfway to our goal as far as the whatchamacallit goes, not money. So we're over halfway to our guest in park goal. We are over halfway to our challenge goal of getting $5,000 in operating profit, and we do have our experiences. So we have some more work to do, but we're getting there. And we've almost paid back our loan here. So take a look here. Our loan was at $10,000. I'm going to pay all of that back. Well, not right now. Pay $9,000 of it back. So we take that fee from $180 down to $18. And that savings alone will allow us to pay back the rest of that pretty quickly here. There we go. We've paid back our loan. We're doing a decent job. We still need to get some more guests in our park, and we definitely need to have some more janitors around this park. So we'll just make sure we hire a few more. Our security guards are concentrated in this area. for some reason, so we'll make sure we get some out here. And when we build out here, I think we're going to put on another staffing location thing here, just to make sure that we have our spots for them. Alright, so we are still in July year 1. We're doing good profit-wise. We have that. We're going to get a spinning coaster next, and the star shape's coming up. What we're probably going to do is we're just going to kind of jump the gun and connect these pathways all the way back through here. I think that's just a good idea for us to do right now. So let me get them set. So this one's just going to come straight through here. This one's also going to come straight through. Let's take a look here. So we're going to just bring that back in so we can build those. This one's going to come in. And then this one, let's see. Do I want to bring this just straight out? I think I do. I think it's just going to make the pathway system a little bit cleaner, a little bit easier. So we don't have as much work to do down the road here. Yeah, we need to bring that one. Let's see here. Alright, so we're going to build those two there, and I think that'll look good. Our first thing of business here is we're going to put on a staffing room, $1,000. But while we're waiting for our money to do that, we can build the walls for it and get that set up. So, it's going to be a really simple staff room. And I think we're going to go with the curved roof this time. And then we'll add some borders on there just to make it that much nicer. There we go. We'll speed up time a little bit here and gather some more money. And then we will be... Oops, I put the door in the wrong spot. That's an easy fix. And staff room is there. Cool. Alright, now let's go and do our thing and build some stuff to support all these guests, namely in the way of benches. And I will eventually have to fill this whole area up with rides, but that's not what we have right now. We also don't have the budget for it, but we can take out some loans. I just need to make sure we get these areas kind of built. Not super thrilled now that's raining because that means our income is going to go down but we are sending out full train. Look at that. It's a full train on both sides. It's a lot of money that's being printed right there. And our profits are down just a tad. We're at 2,500 last month. This month's we're at 22. That's okay. And then just get some trash cans in here. And thinking about that, because I still want to do that log flume, but maybe on the back side here we could have that. It's going to be a capacity monster. It should be high fun ratings. And if we take a look back here, we could easily fit something that goes in this area here, maybe in this, and comes back out. That should not be a real big stretch to accomplish. You'll have a station here, have it drop down, go underground, come back up, interact with the ride some way here, and then that might be fun. Taking a look here, we're still working on our spinning coaster, which is fine. Our guest happiness is there. The scenery here is amazing. So they're happy with the park overall right now. Let's go and just open up the park out this way and over here as well. And just gonna slow it down a little bit because I want to add an information kiosk, a cash machine, and a bathroom. All good things to have just out in the middle of nowhere in the park. So if people do get lost, they have their options of things they can get. We don't actually need those walls there, but we'll put them on anyway. Get my money's worth of curved walls here. That's all right. And then we'll go in and put on the pillars. Those locked into place. And then our borders here. Because the borders really do clean everything up nicely. Alright, super simple. But you clean everything up there. We have food paths and stuff, and we have that system here, so it should be able to bring another food court back here pretty easily. Actually, we'll probably just bring it right back, but a food court in this area is a high likelihood of happening. Topple Tower, or the Star ride, is going to happen back here. We just need some money to do that. And 1.5, that one's... Alright, let's do that. Slow the game down just a touch. I'm gonna build that there, but we need to adjust the height of the ride. That's going to be just a relatively easy right there. We could easily, let's see. We did teacups. We have a Ferris wheel already. We could put another one in, but that doesn't sound like that much fun. The wave swinger is cool, but just big. I think we're going to leave that as so, and we can build a coaster out this way, I think. So if you take a look at what we have, the spinning coaster is not what I want to build, though. I'm not a big fan of these. Just not good at building them, so we'll just kind of slow down a little bit here and hope that we get some more stuff. Oh no, this is broken. Oh, that's not as much fun when that happens. We have lots of rides breaking down right now, which is not good. Yeah, look, all of those guys are busy. Jeez. Ultra extreme intensity rides? I'm sorry, folks, you're going to be very disappointed in this park. That is just not a thing that we have at this park, but that's okay. We're edging towards more guests. I want to see how this gets back in sync, because I don't know. Oh, it synchronizes there. Okay. I never really paid attention to that setting in the game. Take a look. It does them beautifully in sync there. Coming up and over. And double down. It comes up on the inside. And then it's going to get the inside turn, so it should pull out ahead there. But look how, I mean, that's really good work in just getting those synchronized. They enter the, I mean, it's bravo. That is just beautiful work. And then they drop down at roughly the same time. That's super cool. Alright, we are steadily moving through here. Let's take a look here real quick. Bathrooms are being used. Good. We have a cash machine somewhere out here. How much have you been used? Yeah, that's getting $2,300 has been removed from that one. Has this one been used at all? Yeah, that one's been used too. Okay, cool. We'll go back over into our thoughts here. We're still in year one. I have to keep reminding myself that we're still in year one, so we're doing okay. Our money is not the greatest, but that's okay. We can work on that. We can repay our loan in a second here. So we get another one of the rides going out. There we go. Let's see, what do we got as our next one? Oh, flying coaster. There we go. Okay, we have something that we can do some cool stuff with here. Definitely in this area we could do something and have it fly out over in this area, or we could build it a station here and have it do stuff in this area. There's lots of options that we have that we will have to explore here in just a little bit, but first we need the rain to stop, and then we need our coasters and everything to kind of come back to life here so we can afford all this cool stuff. We could also put a wave swinger somewhere over here. This might be a stationary for the coaster. Have it come out, lift till up, and do its stuff, and then come back in. I think that might be the play that we go with here. But again, first we need some cash to do all the things that we want to do. I wish I gave you what the actual percentage was, because I don't know that. That'd be a nice little to-do. We have somebody who really needs to use the bathroom there. So there's, the closest bathroom is there. Then there's, you gotta go a little ways. That one. I'm assuming there's a bathroom over there. We have this large area where there's nothing, which we need to build up in a little bit. Then we have more here. Okay. But we're almost at our flying coaster, which will be fantastic. This area I think I still want to do the log flume. We have paddle boats we can put in too. But I think this area here is going to be where we're going to put our next coaster. which is going to require some serious cash, and hopefully that will draw people to the back of the park. As you see, the front of our park is kind of popping, but the back, not so much. Although we do have a decent line for this ride, which is not the most popular ride in the world. What is there? People are doing their thing, and that's fine. You can see when it rains though, our monthly profit just dives. It does actually absolutely terrible things. We've also been really unlucky with the amount of rides breaking down. I mean, a lot of rides have broken down here past a little bit. And it looks like it's going to continue because we have a shortage of ride parts and it's going to continue to rain apparently. So it's going to be a tough little go here for us. But what's going to happen here is once we get this flying coaster, we're going to dial back the monthly budget for what we're building here just a little bit. I'm going to leave it as coasters for just one more round to see if we get something good. I really want like a wood or inverted wood coaster, something that we can do some fun things with. Alright, we're going to just cut that in half. So I'll give you a 250. And I'm going to pause it while we investigate our flying coaster and see exactly what we want to do with it. So I think we're going to go somewhere out here. Do something like that. Make sure the lift hills as fast as possible. Oh, we don't have enough money to even build that. Alright, we're going to take out 14. We'll see how we do. So, let's see here. Yeah, we want to have it go up. Have it pop out there. Alright, we have something. So barely makes it through that, goes through all of this. Still has some speed, hopefully we'll get through that. Nope. Alright, we'll do it that. Let's see what we're going to do here. see. So we're at 4. We need to come up to 5. Okay. Alright. I'm pretty happy with how that looks overall. There's probably stuff that I could fix. There's definitely things I could fix. But I feel like it takes up a good amount of space. We could run 3 chains if we wanted to on there. Has a just under a minute run there. So we'll wait for a full load there. We're only going to run 2 trains. 3 trains seems excessive. We're going to call this Great White. I don't think I've named any coasters or any rides in this park so far. And with a very high rating, $10. How much are we charging for these guys? They're also $10. Okay, so we'll make this one 9. There we go. Okay. We'll open that up. And this ride has a lot of capacity to it. So we're going to have to build on a ride line that can support that kind of capacity. So we have that. There we go. Okay, that's a fairly significant queue. Let's go in here and just build on our area for that. Great White seems... I'm not going to make it a white building. That we're going to do... I think the style will be fine for what we're doing here. And this is just going to be a little surround. Oops, don't want that. Well, you really could put that there because the trains will be retracted before they get to that part, but that's fine. Not going to mess with that setup there. And then we'll put on our little archy arches. Have something like that, and then we can bring in our roof. Okay, that's all well and good. Let's see, how do we want to do this? So that's going to need to come to at least there. Alright, that should be fine. Let's get our roofs in there. There we go. Got that. Bring it up slightly here. Alright, that looks fine. We need to have some pillars. I'm going to paint them black. Do we have... Yeah, I want this one actually. So I'm going to paint that one black. Okay. It's not the most beautiful building in the world, but that's okay. We have train and brake run. There could be another one there, but I'm happy with the setup that we have with that. And then we're gonna, let's see, we spent a good amount of money on that ride. How much did we take out as our loan? So we got $14,000. Whew, we spent a lot on that ride. But hopefully it's going to attract more people to us. And while we're waiting on that, let's bring in another depot. I'm going to put that right there. And we're going to bring that all the way back. Oh, these drop down. Okay. Oh, and I also don't have enough money. Okay, two problems. But let's go in and at least address this thing. So we can go in. We're going to do, I think, this one because we haven't done anything that has that. So that's eventually going to be where all that stuff goes. And I guess we should put on some walls. Here we go. Then as far as roofing goes, we'll do these guys. And our pillars. We're just going to throw these on there. We do have people wanting to go on Great White, which is great. And we should get our first guest here in just a moment. There we go. We have our first few riders coming on board. And of course, it is going to rain and ruin our day here. That's okay. We're inching closer to 1,000 guests. We are in January year 2, so we've moved up the timeline a little bit here. We are approaching some of the things that we need to do. So I have that going down. There we go. Okay. So I do have that connected now, which is great. And as soon as we have enough money, we can throw on some more stuff here. So, hot dogs. We'll have our soft drinks. And let's just go with some candy. There we go. Let's take a look at our coaster here. We haven't really taken a look at this yet. Ooh, there's some forces on that. That goes pretty quick through that loop. That is upward helix. There we go. And that's running the way I hoped it would for the most part here. We are getting a line, so people are coming. And let's see, we're still working on... Oh, we have a wing coaster come up next. Okay, after that we're going to do thrill rides, because wing coasters are another enormous... Like, this took up a lot of space. Although, I mean, in comparison to this one, it's not a terrible use of space. It's just a lot. But let's go in and put some other basic rides in here. Get a nice little gentle ride. Open that up. Like so. Throw a Gravitron in over here, maybe? Why not? See, what do we want to build this as? I think we're going to do something like this, where it's going to curve up. We'll build our half walls going around, or at least for the first step here. And then we're going to do that. And I know there's stuff on the Gravitron that we're going through, but that's okay for right now. Gravitron has too much stuff sticking off it to be worried about that for right now. Because what we can also do here is we can do something stupid like this. I don't know what that is, but it looks cool. Then we can open this one up too. This area is getting much more popular back here because we have a lot of people who are heading towards just getting something to drink, something to eat. If you're heading dream coaster, soft drinks, hot dogs, soft drinks, hot dogs. Okay, so that's probably a good idea to throw something back here just to bring the popularity of this area up, and then we can kind of deal with the next steps of this. But over the last little bit here, we've built this area up pretty well. We need to do some more over here, but we're slowly filling this park out pretty quickly actually here. Our next goal is really going to be to focus on monthly income because we've slowly creeped up to 900 guests, but as far as reaching that income goal, that's the next challenge. Let's take a look here. I think we should reach that 1,000 guests no problem before that. The income one's the one that's going to be the problem for us, so we'll go through here and just speed this game up just a tad. Got a wing coaster coming our way. I'd really love to have some launch coaster or like the compact or the vertical roller coaster, the compact one, the Gerstlauer version one that just looks better and easier, but we don't have that right now. But let's take a look at this coaster here. As far as income, its max revenue per month is $1,800. What is your max revenue per month? $1,500. This one's just under $1,500. This one has to be real low. That's actually not bad. $1,000 a month. We just need some good months where we have everything running properly here. And I think I'm going to do some advertising for the first time in this park to try to get people back to the Great White. So, let's see, we'll do a free ride voucher for 6 months for the Great White. It's going to cost us over almost $1,000, but I think it's worth the money to, one, just get people into the park, but also to try to get them to go to the back of the park because they're going to have to walk past all of this other stuff, and that's hopefully going to be somewhat enticing to them to want to do more. You can see the park itself is taking shape in some of these areas, other places not so much. We had a bus drop off some people, and then we just need to have a few more come in here. We're looking for, what, 35 more people? Just need one more bus to come, and we've met the main goals of the thing here. We just haven't met the optional parts, but we'll get there. That area there, I think, again, this is going to be a really good area for a log flume, but our finances here are telling us that we should probably pay back some of this to bring down that monthly fee. Although, there we go. Okay, 200 brings down 260. Yeah, I'm happy with that. We still have not crested 3,000. We're getting closer. So we have the wing coaster now, which is awesome. The only problem with the wing coaster is it's enormous. Kind of like the flying coaster. It just takes up a lot of space. It's also very expensive. We might put on another steel coaster at some point here too. So we have space to have a launch and to do some fun things with that. So the next thing I think we're going to do here is adjust some of the pricing. So we're only making 50 cents per thing. We're going to bring that up to $4. So now we're making $2.50 on that. This guy we're making 50. So we're going to get $3.50. Now we're bringing that up to $2.50 per thing. This one we're only, so that's going to be $3 now. Basically, I want to make the same amount of money on each thing here. Park maps are pure profit, apparently. Which means we could give them away for free, but what's the fun in that? We have our pretzels, which we're making 40 cents on. We're going to break that up to $3. We have a drink stand over here, too. Alright, we have those. And then we have burgers over here, which we haven't talked about yet. So we're making 90 cents on those, so $3 fries. $3.50. And then that one is going to be $5, I think, for a hamburger. There we go. All of these, we only make half the price, so they're all going up to $3. I also really haven't seen anybody with balloons. How many have we sold? So we've only had 35 customers. We didn't make any money last month, so we hopefully just by increasing some of our prices here, we'll be able to grab some more money. Hey, we've crested 3,000, so that's good. We're slowly increasing our number of guests. We just need to get to a point where we're still need $2,000 extra a month in income. Let's see, is this thing getting used more? Yeah, look at that. It's been used a whole lot more. Is that only the second one? Yeah, we only have 2 cash machines through this whole park, which is not a lot, but that's okay. The G-Lock, a good ride, but again, not a super big money maker. So, let's see here. If we put a coaster somewhere in here, it has to be very compact. We could have something launch out, turn, and go up. That could be kind of interesting. It has to be a steel coaster, though. Let's see if I put it over here. I have to raise it up more. So let's see here. If we put it inside of that. Okay, if there's a chain lift, I'll make sure it's at max. Alright, if we have something like that, it can go through the building. That would be kind of neat. So let's just take a look here real fast. I don't know why I'm putting all this work into something that I haven't even really remotely figured out yet, but let's go back in here. It's going to be a limb. We're going to maximize that. have it do something like that. So we're going to build that and then turn off the limb. Let's see, we'll make it through that. Oh yeah. All right, we're almost there. All right, let's see what we have here. Actually, let's have that turn. Let's see, will it make it through that giant? Oh yeah, it's gonna come through that with some speed. All right, so I'm just trying to use up some space here of stuff that I haven't really done anything with yet, but areas that I could use to do more with. So you see our monthly income has increased a good bit. We are dropping guests a little bit, but we're only 30 away and we still have a little under a year to go. So I'm good with that. And then I think we're just going to slowly start making our way back towards us. So I can feed through here and probably come out this way, down and around is probably the goal here. So do something like that. I know I don't have enough money. I don't want to have to take out another loan now. Let's see, what is our original height here? Is 5. Okay. So we'll do that. straighten that out once we have money. And we're just going to come in, maybe do some bunny hills or something. But we'll do that. See here, that's gonna come right in there, so we need to be just a little smaller. Oh, come on. Okay. Not a big deal. See here. All right, so we'll do that. Put another block break right there. Gonna make that just slightly shorter and have it come in. See. Oh yeah, we got that thing set. We can have our 2 train. Oh, we can only have 1 train there? Come on. We have blocks. Okay, that's fine. What do we want to call this? We'll call it Lunch Zone. Yay. Another $10 ride? Yes. We'll test that out. Nope, nope, nope. Wrong thing. Wrong thing, wrong thing. Okay, that's fine. Then this one here. Be like that. And then we can open you up. And lots of people are happy or can't wait till it opens. I still should have gotten a little bit more in there. I think I really could have gotten 1 more in there, but that's okay. That's what I was looking for earlier back there. A trellis. That's what I was looking for. I couldn't find it. Alright, so let's see here. And then we'll do... What kind of roof do we want? Let's do one of the steeper ones. And it looks something like that. It's at least varied a little bit, and then we can go in and we'll add a little area over here for some other stuff. Let's see. Get a little building down here. Great White thing was very effective, apparently. That was 6 months ago that we put that in place, so time is moving here. Okay, and some pavilions here maybe. And going back into walls. We have trellis, where's that? There it is. Go, and then as far as that goes, we can put some plants. Hope you don't have allergies if you're going on to that ride, but there it is. We'll repay our loan here in just a moment. There we go. Got that paid off. And we're losing guests, so we need to get on that here real bad. Oh, we got a Skyfall. Awesome. So we can go back in. We'll start advertising again. Or taking out a loan again, should I say. We'll get our Skyfall built because those things are super cool. And they take up almost no space, which is one of my favorite parts of them. So we can easily just shove it in there. There we go. We'll test it as it is. And then our line can just kind of come out this way. Good. We needed a saving grace here, something attracting more people to this park, because our numbers have been going down here a little bit, which I haven't been paying super close attention to. But hopefully we can get that fixed and be in good shape here. We have a very high intensity, which is super cool. A nice little cove of rides over here, which I like. This ride just cycles through people so fast. doing a pretty good job with most of these rides as far as satisfaction and all that goes, so I'm pretty happy about that. Our rides are not costing too much for people to go on. They're willing to spend the money on them. And even some of the ones like a Wild Mouse, that's, how much is this? $8 for a Wild Mouse, it seems like a lot. People are happy to spend it. Same with those, that's crazy satisfaction. So yeah, our lowest satisfaction is a 74%, so I'm pretty happy with that. We're doing good. We did take out a loan, right? Yeah. We'll pay that off in just a moment. There we go. We have at least 1,000 guests in our park. Now we just need to focus on getting those numbers up. We're almost at 4,000, and then we just need to get there. So we're going to continue going here because we have not completed all of the goals of the optional things. So we're going to keep going. Even though we have completed the goals of the park, we want to get that gold star of all of the things. So we'll keep going here and getting those set and ready. But it's a super cool looking little park here. I'm really happy with how all this runs and works. Hopefully the confetti stops here. And there we go. Okay. Still happy with that building, even though it's not like a super amazing building at all. It just does its job. It kind of has the sea breezy kind of thing, even though it's 35 degrees Fahrenheit, so it's definitely too warm for that, but that's okay. And there we go. I think that's perfect right there. Just this shot of the trains leaving the station, these guys going through there, and then these other ones coming up into the station. It's just really nice look. It does what I wanted to do. As far as this goes, we already paid off our loans. So now it's a matter of just making some cash to get everything done here. Let's see, what did we get? We got the G-Lock. It could actually fit in there pretty easily, I think. Maybe not. Could put it somewhere over here, maybe? Nope. This thing takes up a lot of space. Alright, I'm not going to worry about that. We're going to switch this over to coasters and hope we can get something that's a little more like a top spin's not what I'm really looking for right now. I want a coaster that we can go in, like a Giga coaster or something that can just really attract a lot of people and hopefully pump in some money. One of our other problems is, in this game in particular, from what I've seen, like you can see how busy the front of the park is. It gets much harder to get people to the back of the park. Roller Coaster Tycoon, on the other hand, like you built your rides towards the back of the park and people would get there and stay there. This one takes them a little bit more work to get towards the back of the park, which is not a bad thing. It's just kind of an observation of the game itself here. So going in, should tell this to just wait for a full load. Just so that we can get full rides going on there, although it doesn't look like that's going to be much of a problem. So as it goes, there's a lot of cool interactions with the rides here. You have this screaming past that. There's a total of 2 inversions, but there's nothing crazy complicated with either of the inversions there. And then what should happen here is we have brake run. It's clear, so this one should be able to launch and another one go, but that's not what's happening right now, and that's okay. Here, if we got a wave swinger, we have a car ride we could put in. Car ride could be easy one. It could do stuff in there. I think we're gonna do a log flume. Nice thing with log flumes is they don't need a big station to do stuff. They don't require a lot of space with their initial setup. So if I were to build it here in this area. It could go in and do its thing and not really be a big deal. Is there a good space to put it though that I'm not exploring yet? So if I did something like this, what's it already occupied by? Oh, okay. So that is not even going to work out according to my plan here. So let's go back. Let's see if we do something like that. We'll have it dive down. Okay, it's still gonna run into problems there. Ooh, let's see. All right, we got something coming out here now. All right, let's see. Are we going to run into the same problem here? I think we're okay. So I need to get all the way up to 4. That's going to be a little bit of a problem, I think, here. So let's see what we can do here. Bring it up as high as we can. Ooh, okay, we're okay. We can do it. There we go. I'm gonna definitely increase that. We'll test. See how that works. Did we take out any cash for anything? No, we still don't have any loans. Beautiful. All right. So I don't think it's going to be a terribly exciting ride, but the idea here is that you drop down, go through a big splash, come up this one, drop down again, slow down just a tad, so it stops doing that, on another big drop, and then you'll come up this additional lift. There it is. and then eventually come into the station itself. So the excitement rating is very high because it's all tunnels and stuff. And we can open that up and we'll see if anybody comes for the log flume. It is 35 degrees Fahrenheit right now, so it's not going to be the most popular ride in the world, but oh, we had somebody walk up to it. What did they say? Something a bit more intense. There we go. We are getting people online for it. Cool. Right now we're all about just getting that cash. Just gonna pause it real fast. Go add another cash machine to our repertoire here. I was going to say we had another person in line for the log flume, but no, that is a security guard that we have there. So we're still hovering around that. Hey, there we go. Completed, have it operational. We have our 5,000. So we've gone through, we have this whole thing set, ready to go. It's gorgeous, it's beautiful. We are happy with the outcome of our experience here. At least I'm happy with the outcome of our experience. And yeah, we did what this park requires, which is to make sure we go in, generate $5,000 a month income, have 1,000 guests in our park, and do, what was the other one? Oh, 80% on the experiences, and do that all before the end of July, year 3. We've done it. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you in another one, and until next time, have a good one.